Let us know what is going on with you. How you feeling this morning? This is Subah Pyar. This is your morning's love. It is your recipe for happiness. Coming about 9 hours 30, we will join our friend Miss Johnson out there, Rubis, Guyana. And she's going to be talking about the fleet car to fit your business. So make sure you join us for that coming up at just about 9 hours 30 this morning. That's about 10 minutes time. We're going to have that conversation on everything Rubis. Stay with us right here on your favorite radio station. 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I've got your company all the way to just about 11 o'clock this morning. If you're celebrating your birthday today, hey, happy birthday to you. You're celebrating your anniversary or some other milestone. Congratulations to you. It totally slipped me yesterday. I want to say good luck to all our CSEC students. Yeah, man, they're writing, I think, mathematics today. It was English yesterday. Yeah, man, you got this, all right? You might be in the exam room right now, but, you know, we're still sending you all the best as you prepare to shine bright on results day, all right? 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, that Rubis segment comes up at just about 9 hours 30. Make sure you stay tuned with us.
GTT Fiber just got better. We added voice. With GTT Fiber plus voice, get up to 5,000 minutes monthly for just $1,000 more. And keep your existing landline number. Upgrade your current plan and enjoy high-speed internet and landline voice plan to reliably connect you with your friends and family. Plus, with your new Fiber Plus voice plan, you get call waiting, caller ID, and three-way calls in your new package at no additional cost. Add it up and it just makes sense. Visit gtt.gy/fibervoice22 for more information. GTT, together we rise faster.
Fiber to Guyana,
चलने लगी हैं हवाएं, सागर भी लहराए, चलने लगी हैं हवाएं, सागर भी लहराए, पल पल दिल मेरा तरसे, पल पल तुम याद आए, चलने लगी है हवाएं, सागर भी लहराए, पल पल दिल मेरा तरसे, पल पल तुम याद आए, चलने लगी है हवाएं, सागर भी लहराए, तौबा तुम्हारे ये इशारे, हम तो दीवाने हैं तुम्हारे, राज ये कैसे खोल रही हो तुम आँखों से बोल रही हो, जादू आते हैं तुमको सारे,
तौबा तुम्हारे ये इशारे, हम तो दीवाने हैं तुम्हारे, छू लेते हो तारे जो दिल के, तुम ही बताओ तुमसे मिलके, जानो दिल कोई क्यों ना हारे,
तौबा तुम्हारे ये इशारे।
किसी को किसी से प्यार हो जाए ऊंची ऊंची दीवारों सी इस दुनिया की रस्में ना कुछ तेरे बस में जूली ना कुछ मेरे बस में दिल क्या करे जब किसी से किसी को प्यार हो जाए
ये सोच के दिल मेरा जोरों से धड़कता है किसी और की छत पे क्यों मेरा चांद चमकता है ये सोच के दिल मेरा जोरों से धड़कता है किसी और की छत पे क्यों मेरा चांद चमकता है हम डूब गए जाना आंखों के पानी में जाने वो कैसे लोग थे जिनको किनारा मिला बेदर्दी से प्यार का बेदर्दी से प्यार का सहारा ना मिला ऐसा बिछड़ा वो मुझको ना दोबारा मिला बेदर्दी से प्यार का सहारा ना मिला ऐसा बिछड़ा वो मुझको ना दोबारा मिला बेदर्दी से प्यार का
बिना मेरा होगा ना गुजारा मैं तेरी हूँ दीवानी तू मेरा है दीवाना आवारा एक बादल तेरी हवा में उड़ने लगी हूँ तो जब से मिला है कुंवारी मैं तो सोनी है तू भी तो है कुंवारा चढ़ती जवानी मेरी लुट ले नजारा जो करूँ मैं तुझे तू समझ ले इशारा इश्क में तेरे आए मैं तो मर गई
कुंवारी है तू सोनी है ते मैं भी है कुंवारा चढ़ती जवानी होने लुट ले नजारा जे ना मैनू करती ने पूछना दोबारा पैरटियां पे कोई नाले मेरे गाने गाए ना जा ना जा ना जा ना जा ना जा मित्र तो दूर हमको ना तो आई तू लगती है हूर अब तेरा नखरा तेरा की कसूर मैनू नहीं पसंद तू कर दी जरूर
ना जा ना जा ना जा ना जा नजर से दूर अंबरा से आई मैं तो होके मजबूर आई हूँ पसंद मैं तुझे भी जरूर तेरी मेरी जोड़ी अब होगी मशहूर
मैंने जब देखा था तुझको रात भी वो याद है मुझको तारे गिनते गिनते सो गया दिल मेरा धड़का था कसके कुछ कहा था तूने हंस के मैं उसी पल तेरा हो गया आसमानों पे जो खुदा है उससे मेरी यही दुआ है चांद ये हर रोज मैं देखूं तेरे साथ में कुट्टी मोहब्बत ने अंगड़ाई ली दिल का सौदा हुआ चांदनी रात में ओ तेरी नजरों ने कुछ ऐसा जादू किया लुट गए हम तो पहली मुलाकात में ओ कुट्टी हमने सोच रखा था मोहब्बत ना करेंगे हम किसी को दिल नहीं देंगे किसी पे ना मरेंगे हम ये हमने सोच रखा था मोहब्बत ना करेंगे हम किसी को दिल नहीं देंगे किसी पे ना मरेंगे हम तुम्हारी मस्त आंखों ने ये कैसा हाल कर डाला कि ये दिल चीज क्या है मांग लो तो जान देंगे हम पलट के इश्क की गलियों से जाना है बड़ा मुश्किल दिल गलती कर बैठा है गलती कर बैठा है दिल गलती कर बैठा है गलती कर बैठा है दिल गलती कर बैठा अब बोल हमारा क्या होगा बोल हमारा बोल
said I do, but I keep on doing it, keep on screwing it, keep on doing, but I keep on screwing it up. Always trying to do what seems right, but we always seem to end up in a fight, cause I keep on doing it, keep on screwing it, keep on doing, but I keep on screwing it up. मेरा हाथ डरता है पर करता सही मेरे नाल वे दिल मेरा हाथ डरता है करता सही मेरे नाल वे Oh my baby, please forgive me.
I promise I can change, cause I know I ain't doing enough.
I'll be man there, say it with me.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the one, but I keep on screwing it up.
I like the way that she move. It ain't a dress, but she's so too. We can connect with your handheld. Love coming like a Bluetooth. So fine, cause I want it like oh my. And your body like slow grind, getting better like fine wine. Taste mine, cause I like the way you vibe. Oh, you looking sexy and you're nice. Take you off the market, I'm a sign now. But we be getting freaky on the weekend. We don't even need to pretend, you know.
Good morning.
It is just about 9 hours 31 in Guyana, right across the Eastern Caribbean. And it's time for us to head across to our Rubis segment here on Kaieteur Radio. Joining us to have this conversation is a very dear friend of ours. Miss Johnson, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
And how are you this morning?
I am fine. And how are you?
I'm excited. I'm happy to talk about Rubis cards.
Yes. You just asked me the questions and I'm here to answer.
No problem. So before we get into the conversation, do you mind telling the persons who you are and who you represent?
All right. Like you said before, I am Rhonda Johnson. I am the retail account executive. I manage the chain of gas stations, Rubis gas stations across the country.
Mm-hmm.
And part of my responsibility is to ensure that we add value-added service or services.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fleet card is one such program where you have an additional service outside of the core service that we provide.
All right. Well, you have your work cut out for you, Miss Johnson. I don't know how you manage, but you do.
Well, I have to. Unless, in the absence of that, if I don't do that, then I become unemployed.
Well, let's get into a conversation this morning. Like I said, it's my privilege, my pleasure to talk to you this morning. Tell us, Miss Johnson, what is the Rubis Fleet Card all about?
All right. Like I tell, whenever I'm having a discussion with a potential customer, I always say that the fleet card is a management tool that allows companies with 3 or more vehicles in their fleet to manage the purchases of fuel for that fleet.
Yeah.
Right? So the gist of a fleet card service, our fleet card service is called the Rubis card.
Mm-hmm.
And so the gist of the Rubis card service is it allows companies to manage and control the purchases of fuel for their fleet of vehicles. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I said, it's a tool, but it's also something that is very modern that we brought to Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
It's a technology that was developed in the first world. We have introduced it to Guyana since 2017.
Wow.
Right? So it's a number of years that we have it in Guyana, and we have grown, and it's growing from strength to strength.
Yeah.
Right. You have a lot of persons, a lot of companies. Before, of course, we had to go out and scan for customers.
Mm-hmm.
You find now people, the word is getting out. People will write, people will call and ask for the service. So because, fuel, the fuel as an expense line can be a significant thing if you don't control it.
Yeah, that is true.
Right. So that is we have brought this tool that allows companies to manage and control that expense line.
All right, I love that. So let's get down to some questions you and your team over there at Rubis Guyana might be hearing a lot. How can the Rubis card help my business?
All right. So everything that we discuss here will pivot around manage and control, right? So the first thing, one of the things that this service provider, this tool equips the owner of the system, of the fleet card system. It's transparency. You're able to see the purchases of your fuel in real time.
Nice.
So whenever you apply for the service and your application is approved, right, you are given credentials to log on to an online portal, and that portal you are able to see all the transactions that you are doing from the day the start, the service commences, your service commences, right? So you are able to see all the transactions in real time as they occur, right?
Yeah.
And so that you are able to follow. Now, what happens when you don't have a fleet card system? You have you're encumbered with a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Then you have to wait at the ending of the month to do reconciliation. And so it can be time consuming. With the fleet card service, you see in your portal transactions as they happen. And that information remains in the portal as long as the service is active.
Nice.
So if you want to go back quickly and check to see all your purchases for a particular period from the time you start using a company starts using the fleet card system or the Rubis card, you can go back in time. The footprint will remain in the portal once the service is active, right? So again, in order to manage, you're able to see. You're able to see in real time. So for instance, if one of your vehicles turn up to the pump and the fuel, as soon as that transaction is completed and the nozzle is hung up, that information goes straight into your account. Your account is then populated with that information. Right? So you are then able to see, you see the time, you see the amount of fuel, you see the unit cost, you see a number of things. Okay, that relates to that thing that relate to that particular transaction.
Nice.
Right? So let's go back. So first of all, how do I manage? I am able to keep track of my transactions in real time.
Yeah.
But there are a number of features that you can use to manage. Okay, so you can manage when you fill up the form. You can say to us the way the application is designed will facilitate the different parameters that you may request.
Okay.
So let's look at the different features. The first one, you can put a money quota. So you can say for a particular vehicle, we need
X amount of money for the month.
Right? Let's say just $30,000 for discussion sake.
Yeah.
So you can say $30,000 for this particular vehicle. When that vehicle reaches $30,000 in consumption and purchases, right? The card will no longer be able to use within the month because you have assigned $30,000 as the limit for this vehicle. You can go down to say, look, I only want, although I said $30,000 a month, I want this particular vehicle to fill twice per month.
Okay.
You can tell us that. Okay? So you can say $30,000 per month. Then you can come down to say, but this $30,000 must be used in 2 transactions. You can then come down to say, again, both transactions should not exceed 15,000 each.
Okay.
So what it means that you expect this particular vehicle to consume $30,000, the maximum of $30,000 dollars per month. This vehicle will visit the station twice per month. This vehicle cannot spend more than $15,000 on each transaction. Right?
Yeah.
It therefore means that you control the frequency at which the amount of money they can spend, the frequency at which the driver can come to the station, and the amount of money he or she can spend per transaction.
Okay, nice.
Right? So that is one set of features we talk about. Then, if you have a vehicle that works in your fleet,
Yeah.
some vehicles will have to be parked on weekends because the nature of your organization
Only Monday to Friday.
only Monday to Friday. If you say that to us, then the card or the cards will be programmed, right, that only allow Monday to Friday,
I'm loving this.
right? You can do by geography. Let's say that you have a vehicle that there is no need for that vehicle to be at Mahaica. You can take off the station, okay, that you want us to fuel,
To fuel up. Okay.
right? So those are some of the features. And then we have what is called the odometer reading, right? Now the odometer reading allows what it helps a company with. After a while, you know the consumption with dollar value. So every time, if you take the odometer as a feature, whenever your driver or the drivers turn up to the station, they have to give the current odometer reading. So you cannot turn up with a vehicle with the odometer reading. If you select that feature, the odometer reading feature, you cannot turn up with a vehicle with an odometer reading is less than the previous bill.
All right.
Let me give you an example. So if you come up, if a particular vehicle pulls up to the station that belongs to that has the Rubis card, and the odometer reading or the meter was 100,000 at the last fill.
Yeah.
And then when you pull up at the station, you say it's 90,000. Your card will be rejected because the system is intelligent enough to know that the meter doesn't go backwards.
Yeah.
Right? So those are the features that you can use to control. Depending on you, the company will determine the kind and the level of control that they will require based on their uniqueness or their internal working. Right? Some companies will just do not give limits to the vehicles. They just have a pool of money. They just give a general credit limit, right? And vehicles can draw down.
All right.
So, but those are things that the company will have to determine what are the features best suited for their organization.
For the organization. I like that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
All right. Another thing that I should mention is that with the fleet card system, with the Rubis card system, a company that has the Rubis card system can draw from any Rubis station, can fill up at any Rubis station, unless you said at a particular station you do not want to fill at, right? So the credit facility is not between the company and the service station. The facility, no, the relationship you're establishing is between Rubis's head office and your company.
And your company, yeah.
The service stations are now your pickup points. Right? So where we now settle, we would pay the retail site.
Yeah.
Right? For the fuel that they have to spend.
Yes.
Right? And then then you pay us because we are now establishing the relationship. The establishment of the relationship is between Rubis head office and the company.
And your company, yeah.
Right? So you don't have to, and you don't have to then talk to an individual site or an individual retailer to have a credit facility. This credit facility now is with Rubis, okay? But your pickup points are several locations.
All right. So this brings me to my next question, Ms. Johnson. How do I cancel a lost, stolen, or fuel card that is no longer required?
All right. It's very simple. You just send email us, right, as quickly as possible in the shortest the shortest possible time that you recognize that you don't have the card, and we can disable it. But I also can tell you this: part of the functionality of the portal,
the online portal,
right, administrators of the company, because a company can have more than one administrators, right, for the portal, which means that you can go and you can check. There are things that the administrators can do without coming to Rubis. For instance, they can disable a card.
Nice.
So you don't necessarily have to come to Rubis to say certain things. Whenever your account is activated, you get a mail that says to you, what are the things, okay, that as an administrator you can do on the portal.
Okay.
Right? So you don't have to call us. You don't have to call us to disable a card. You can disable a card yourself. Let me tell you another thing that you as the administrator can do. Now, you have a number of vehicles listed in the in your system, right, on the Rubis card. And you may have limits on each vehicle, right? On each vehicle. You will have a general credit limit for the account, the entire account, the general credit limit. Now, if you have a vehicle that is down, right? Let's say you have vehicle A and vehicle B. Vehicle A is down, but vehicle A has a credit limit, let's say, of just 30,000. Vehicle B is working and it has a credit limit of 30,000 as well. But vehicle B is now carrying more load because vehicle A is down.
It's down, yeah.
So it therefore means your consumption will increase, right? What you can do for vehicle B is to take the limit, zero out the limit for vehicle A, and transfer it to vehicle B. So vehicle B will now have, let's say, 60,000 limit. You as the administrator, within the month, you can do that. You can move monies around, right, based on what you know is happening with your fleet. Okay, somebody on vacation, and therefore the vehicle is parked, and it is not being used, but you have another vehicle that is working additional hours, you have a project or something, you can move that credit limit, that credit that was associated with one vehicle within the month, and shift it over to another vehicle. So those are some of the things that you can do, right, as an administrator to make your job easy.
All right. I love that. Miss Johnson, we're talking about the Rubis fleet card for those persons who might have just joined us on radio. Moving on to my next question is, what type of product can I purchase on a fuel card?
That's a good question. We go back to the name, it says fleet. So fleet, right? And so you purchase gas, gas and diesel. Because a lot of companies will have a combination of gas and of gas and diesel vehicles. So those are the products, because it is a fleet card application. You're managing the purchases of fuel for your fleet. Right? So things that are in the mark, they don't belong to a fleet, because the system is designed, or the service is designed for purchases of fuel.
Okay. Can I restrict any product or service station for the fuel purpose? I think we touched on this a little bit.
If we can restrict
any products, or you mentioned that you can restrict some service station for the fuel purchase, but can I restrict some of the products?
Yes, that is important, because I'll tell you why that is important. As a matter of fact, that is kind of elementary. I'll tell you why. You have if you drive a vehicle, your vehicle will only use one fuel type. So your fuel, if you either have a gas vehicle or a diesel vehicle.
Okay.
So when you sign up for the service, right, you will indicate to us what fuel type this particular
vehicle uses.
uses,
Okay. All right.
right? So what happens, and I can give you an example, when we first launched the service, when we were first doing in-house testing, my boss had a new vehicle, and I assumed that the vehicle was a gas fueled by gas. So when we took the vehicle to the station, this is just by our head office here at Ramsburg. Someone came to me and said that the system not working. So I said, "How do you mean the system is not working?" And then they said to me that the vehicle cannot fill. So and I clicked right away and I said, "What product is it?" Right? And the person said it's a diesel vehicle. I said, "But I have gas." So I had to get it changed because the customer, I mean, it's our vehicle, but the customer at the station was saying this is a diesel.
Yeah.
So when they picked up the diesel nozzle, it was not dispensing fuel because the system was programmed for gas.
I love this.
So I had to change it. What that does for customers is reduce or eliminate the instance of commingling, of having the wrong fuel placed in your
vehicle. Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's nice. So are individual Rubis card linked to a driver or to a vehicle?
Yes, and that is important, and thanks for asking these questions. When the card is printed, when you fill the application form, what we call the nomination form, this is the nomination form is where you have all the details, right? You have to list the vehicle's registration numbers, okay? And of course, all the information is gas, diesel, and there's some things about the vehicle as well that you have to see, the model and make and all of that.
Yeah.
When the cards are printed, the cards are printed with the individual registration number. So the driver, when the drivers turn up at the station, they're turning up with a vehicle and a Rubis card that matches the registration number of that vehicle. Right?
Yeah.
Because the first guardrail, okay, is the service ambassadors, or what we call the pump attendants, right? They have to do that first validation.
Okay.
And then they move to another level of validation, which is done electronically.
All right. So how long will the Rubis card application approval process take?
It takes about, let's say, about 7 working days. It takes about 7 working days. Now, the approval, because it is credit, right? It's a credit system because it will be giving you credit. The assessment for credit is done outside of Guyana.
Okay.
Right? So you have to present the application with some more information that we ask you for, and that goes to Barbados.
Okay.
And then the analysts in Barbados, they will look at it and they will do their background check and things like that, and then they will analyze based on the information that the potential customer has sent, right? And they will make a determination as to whether to grant credit at the level, and the level to be granted based on what is presented to them, right? When that is done, then it moves quite smoothly from then. And from the time you have your cards in your hand, you are able to use them immediately.
Immediately. I love that. Miss Johnson, with the Rubis card, what price do I pay for the fuel use? Is there any discount attached with this card?
The price that you pay is the price that you see at the pump.
Okay.
Right? The price that you pay is the price that you see at the pump.
Let's say a worst case scenario. What happens if my Rubis card is declined at a service station?
It depends on what it's declined for. It depends on what it's declined for, because let's say if the system is not, because it runs off it's internet technology, right? Let's say something is wrong with the internet, right? Whether it's the line down, whether it's the internet, something is not working. then we will make a determination here. They will call us. This is the service station, and then we will check because we can determine what is the reason.
Okay.
Right? If it's down because it has exceeded its money or it's not within, let's say it's a weekend and you're not supposed to
Be
you're not
using the card
supposed
at
to
that
use
time.
the card weekend,
Yeah.
right? Then we will tell you, we will turn it on.
All right.
Okay, but there are the messages that come up, they have particular meaning, right? So you know when it is that the card is out of credit.
Okay.
There's a particular message that comes up, right? So they have to look at the messages. The stations have to look at what message is prompted,
Yeah.
right? And then to know what action to take.
All right. I know Rubis is spread throughout some countries. Can I use my Rubis card in another country, or is it only valid for Guyana?
It's only valid for Guyana. We have the card as well in Grenada. We have the card in Barbados. But the card is country specific.
All right. What credit terms do you offer with the Rubis card?
Well, the credit terms will be because, generally we give you, you have it in the first week of the new month, right, to settle the month before, right? Credit terms, of course, will be the amount of credit that the person is asking for. That will be determined, first of all, by the request of the company that is applying, and then secondly, based on the information that is presented to the analyst, they will determine what it is that we are going to offer.
All right. And how does my credit limit work?
Okay, so let's just use a simple example. You come in, so you let's look at a company, and I just call a random number just for simplicity's sake.
No problem.
So let's say you have $500,000 as the general credit limit for all the vehicles, right?
Yeah.
And then you have, each vehicle now, let's say you have 4 vehicles, right? And each one of them, let's say, they have 100,000 each.
Yeah.
But the overall limit is 500,000.
Yeah.
So you come, your car is assigned 100,000. You come, you swipe, you use, you move on, it's deducted. You swipe, you use, it's deducted, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't use up all, then we just bill you for what you have
Use for the month.
used. And then as the new month commences,
Yeah.
right? Then we start the cycle all over again.
All right. I'm loving.
Right?
Yeah. I'm loving.
But remember just this, that while we start the new month, okay?
Yeah.
We're saying that you have 1 week, the first week within the new month, right? To clear the month before. So if you don't clear, although the cycle restarts, if you don't clear the month before, then the system automatically will shut you off.
Okay. All right. This brings me to my next question. We're talking about the cards and credit limits, and so it is now our turn to pay Rubis Guyana. What forms of payment do you accept for billings?
All right. I think one of the easiest ways for both the customer and Rubis would be online.
Okay.
Right? Once you fill up the application, if you ask us, we give you that option, the options to pay, right?
Yeah.
So you sit in the comfort of your office and you move the money from your bank to our account.
Yeah.
You just notify us that you've made a payment. We do some confirmation here. Once that confirmation is done, and we confirm that the money is there, then we apply it to your account. So in that way, you don't have to trek up to the office, you don't have to write a check, you don't have to go the whole 9 yards. You do it from the comfort of your office. There are customers, I can tell you, because in this time here, you have so many ways that you can communicate. Customers will just send to me a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
With a receipt and send it the payment, and I would just send it out, get the confirmation, right? And we pick it up from there. The other way that you can think is that you can actually go down to the bank, you can pay to our account, and then you send us this stub, right? The other way is that you can come to the office at Ramsburg, Providence, and you can tender your check.
All right.
Right? So those are the means by which you can settle your account.
All right, Ms. Johnson, we are preparing to wrap up our interview this morning. It was nice having a conversation with you. Just before we want to tell the listeners and maybe the potential customers out there, why choose Rubis Guyana? More so, why choose Rubis Fleet Cards? And if they want any other information, how can they make contact with you?
Well, okay, the first thing I'll say to you, why choose a Rubis card? Like, you know, I often say that when it comes to certain things, we are a harbinger in terms of the downstream oil companies. We are the first company to launch the fleet card. We've done it in Barbados before we came to Guyana. So we have the experience, and then we're here since 2017 with the fleet card. So we have the experience. Our database has grown. Our customer base, rather, has grown. There are companies that can't do anything outside of our fleet card. We have embassies on. We have very important customers who that is all they can. They don't ship outside of the fleet card, right? And they would not have continued or carried with us unless they were satisfied with what they have been getting over the years.
Yeah.
Right? So the fact that the service is growing, the fact that we are not losing customers, says that the service is satisfying the needs of the customers, right? It's modern. In Guyana, you know, we've got to move with the technology. We've got to move with the times, right? And here it is, Rubis is bringing a technology that was generated for the first world or was created by the first world into Guyana, right? And so it is such an easy way to manage the purchases of fuel for your company.
All right.
Right? So, you know, I remember when I was discussing this with a customer, he asked me, and he said to me, "Well, why would a company turn this down?"
Yeah.
Right? So companies would see the benefit. You can log on, you can see your thing in real time. You drive, but if a driver say to you, "Oh, I was at this place at X time," but then when you look at when you fuel, he was at Y place, right? You are able to make other decisions and other determinations outside of the core fueling. Let me give you another quick one. If you have two vehicles that are similar, right? That are similar in terms of age and usage. And then you realize that one is consuming more fuel because now you're seeing the data and you can plot it and you can manipulate it and look at it properly. It may not be that the driver is doing something wrong. It may be that it is a mechanical issue that you have. So you can take the data and you can actually study it, the information coming out to say, look, something is wrong with this vehicle because based on the last month or two, what we're seeing, right, is a trend of it consuming more fuel than normal.
All right.
Right? Because you can take the information from the portal, export it to Excel, and then you can just massage it and get whatever information you're looking for.
All right, Ms. Johnson, in just less than 30 seconds, can you give us a contact number if persons may want to contact you for any further information?
Yeah, you can call. I'll give you my number. It's 623-4340. That's my number. You can ask Ms. Johnson. I'll give my colleague, Mr. Treyon Donjou, number. The number is 624-2004.
All right.
Right? And you can contact us for any information regarding fleet, and we will happily respond to you.
Ms. Johnson, it was my pleasure talking to you. We hope to do this sometime in the near future. And good luck to you and your entire team over there at Rubis Guyana.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for accommodating us as well.
My pleasure. Have a great day, Ms. Johnson.
All right. Same to you.
You too. That is the country manager of Rubis Guyana, Miss Rhonda Johnson having a conversation on the Rubis fleet cards. Remember, you can contact Rubis Guyana on 265-6368, extension 401, 404, or 405. We apologize for the late start of the news. Before we head to your news right now, we come back, bring to you a Bollywood scoop and chit-chat with you in this beautiful Wednesday morning.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
As Guyana maintains its loyalty to the sanctity of the 2016 production sharing agreement that secures a meager 2% royalty from ExxonMobil Guyana and its partners, its CARICOM sister Trinidad and Tobago is moving in an entirely different direction. Like the USA, Canada, and the UK, which all increased their royalty rates and slapped companies with a windfall tax, Trinidad and Tobago has announced that it will be pursuing a comprehensive review of its oil and gas tax regime. During his featured presentation at Tuesday's opening of the Trinidad and Tobago Energy Conference being held at the Hyatt Hotel from May 31st to June 2nd, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley categorically stated that he will be going after better petroleum profit tax, supplemental petroleum tax, and better royalty rates, which will be applied to all onshore, shallow water, and deep water projects. Meanwhile, ExxonMobil has submitted an application to the Environmental Protection Agency seeking approval to start up its fifth project in the Stabroek Block, Uwaru Plus. But today, the oil company is yet to comply with the laws of Guyana and the provisions of the permits it received thus far from the regulatory body. This is according to environmentalist Simone Mangal-Joly.
And that's the news of the moment. Remember to get the full details of these stories, pick up a copy of the Kaieteur News. And don't forget, you can catch us on the MyTuner app as well as the Radio Garden app. You can also keep up to date by liking our Facebook page at Kaieteur Radio and subscribing to our YouTube channel, Kaieteur Radio Livestream. Oh, also catch our stream at www.kaieteurnewsonline.com/radio.
Experience more than award-winning speed. Way more. Get the best that LTE has to offer on Digicel, officially the fastest mobile network in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the best mobile network in Guyana. With the best LTE experience and the fastest data speeds, experience it all with Digicel. Better together.
Wagwan, my youth.
So, guys, thanks for joining us on the Rubis segment of the new fleet cards that they're soon going to be launching. Very interesting. It's already launched?
Yeah, since 2017.
But it's now
they're trying to get more people
sensitizing and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So remember, this is only for businesses only, and if you've got a business that has a large number of vehicles, it has to be, in use, whatever transportation services or whatever you're doing, this might just be the great service for you.
Right.
It's that time for a Bollywood scoop, and I've got to start things off with very, very tragic news.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'll tell you something, buddy pal.
Mm-hmm.
India and the world of playback singing has lost a great soul.
All right.
In addition to Lata Ji and all the amazing people, we have now lost KK.
Oh boy.
Who is his name is Krishna Kumar. Krishnanath Kumar, but he goes by his stage name KK. And he is one of the best things Bollywood has ever produced. And I'll tell you something. A couple of months ago, whilst downloading music, I stumbled upon songs of his, and I was listening to his songs. I'm always mesmerized and blown away by his amazing voice. By the way, we'll line up a few of his songs afterwards so persons can know who KK was. And I was telling myself that KK is one of those persons whose concert I will definitely have to go to. Right? You know, everyone has a list of people. Maybe they never really thought about it, but they have a list of people that they like.
Yes.
Like Celine Dion, Michael Bolton. These are people on my list of people I would like to see live perform.
Me too.
Right?
I
Nigam, Shreya
I wanted to see
Ghoshal.
Kenny Rogers perform live, but he died. You know?
Yeah. Well, KK, that has happened for me now. So KK, guys, he passed away, and whilst performing in Kolkata, on a stage show in Kolkata, so he said he was feeling unwell, and he died of a heart attack en route to the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the untimely demise of Bollywood singer KK has saddened the entire nation. He passed away at the age of 53. And yes, by the time he got to the hospital, he was pronounced dead on arrival.
Oh,
and that is
goodness.
so sad, guys. We're going to play a few of his songs so that you guys can be familiar, or you will know that, hey, I know who this guy was.
All right.
You know? So that's our Bollywood scoop for today. I've got a few more to share with you. Deepika Padukone was trolled for her orange dress that she wore at the Cannes Film Festival because the trail was so long that she had to keep lifting it up and flipping around every direction she turned in. Which seemed pretty uncomfortable for me, but the top of the dress was absolutely beautiful. Now, Karan Johar and Fox Star Studios to launch Ibrahim Ali Khan, that's a son of Saif Ali Khan,
Ali Khan, yeah.
in Hridayam remake. So looks like this is going to be his first acting gig.
All right.
Right. The Aryan Khan drugs case is still on, and they're still doing their ongoing court appearances and investigations and so on. So we will let you know more as we have more information on that. Kangana Ranaut continues to make fun of Bollywood stars. She's going to be put in her place very soon. That's our Bollywood scoop for today, guys. We don't want to keep it too long, so we're just going to go straight over to the music. Here are some songs coming from KK. We do hope that he's going to be our artist of the day for today, because I believe, he deserves this one last tribute.
All right.
So, guys, enjoy.
Let's go.
आशियाना मेरा साथ तेरे है ना ढूंढते तेरी गली मुझको घर मिला तू जो मिला लो हो गया मैं काबिल तू जो मिला तो हो गया सब हासिल हाँ मुश्किल सही आसा हुई मंजिल क्योंकि तू धड़कन मैं दिल रूठ जाना तेरा मान जाना मेरा ढूंढते तेरी हंसी मिल गई खुशी राह हूँ मैं तेरी रूह है तू मेरी ढूंढते तेरे निशान मिल गई खुदी तू जो मिला लो हो गया मैं काबिल तू जो मिला तो हो गया सब हासिल मुश्किल सही आसा हुई मंजिल क्योंकि तू धड़कन मैं दिल तू जो मिला लो हो गया मैं काबिल तू जो मिला तो हो गया सब हासिल तू जो मिला आसा हुई मुश्किल क्योंकि तू धड़कन मैं दिल दो पल की जिंदगी दो पल की इंतजार कब तक हम करेंगे भला तुम्हें प्यार कब तक ना करेंगे भला जिंदगी दो पल की दिल में तुम्हारे छुपा दी है मैंने तो अपनी ये जान अब तुम ही इसको संभालो हमें अपना होश कहाँ बेखुदी दो पल की जिंदगी दो पल की इंतजार कब तक हम करेंगे भला तुम्हें प्यार कब तक ना करेंगे भला क्यों आजकल नींद कम ख्वाब ज्यादा है लगता खुदा का कोई नेक इरादा है कल था फकीर आज दिल शहजादा है लगता खुदा का कोई नेक इरादा है क्या मुझे प्यार है कैसा खुमार है क्या मुझे प्यार है कैसा खुमार है पत्थर के इन रस्तों पे फूलों की एक चादर है जब से मिले हो हमको बदला हर एक मंजर है देखो जहाँ में नीले नीले आसमां तले रंग नए नए हैं जैसे घुलते हुए सोए से ख्वाब मेरे जागे तेरे वास्ते तेरे ख्यालों से है भीगे मेरे रास्ते क्या मुझे प्यार है कैसा खुमार है तू ही मेरी शब है सुबह है तू ही दिन है मेरा तू ही मेरा रब है जहाँ है तू ही मेरी दुनिया तू वक्त मेरे लिए मैं हूँ तेरा लम्हा
शब है सुबह है तू ही दिन है मेरा तू ही मेरा रब है जहां है तू ही मेरी दुनिया तू वक्त मेरे लिए मैं हूँ तेरा लम्हा कैसे रहेगा भला होके तुम मुझसे जुदा आँखों से पढ़ के तुझे दिल पे मैंने लिखा तू बन गया है मेरे जीने की एक वजह जरा सी दिल में दे जगह तू जरा सा अपना ले बना जरा सा ख्वाबों में सजा तू जरा सा यादों में बसा मैं चाहूँ तुझको मेरी जा बेपनाह फिदा हूँ तुझ पे मेरी जा बेपनाह तू जरा सा अपना ले बना जरा सा ख्वाबों
That's the beautiful, mesmerizing voice of KK or Krishnanath Kumar. Bollywood has lost another great one. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm really feeling this loss because KK was such a beautiful singer. As you can hear from the songs, these are some of the most popular songs, some of the movies that we love. And now we're no longer going to be able to hear this beautiful voice. For those of you who would have just joined us, KK passed away a day ago whilst in concert in Kolkata. He said he wasn't feeling too well, and then he got a cardiac arrest or a heart attack en route to the hospital. At 53 years old, we've lost KK. So do enjoy this as we continue to play more of his hits for you. This is Subah Pyar, your morning's love, your recipe for happiness. This is Sarida and Joshua keeping your company, and Selector Alex on the music side. We do hope that your Wednesday is going great. The time check for you is 10 hours 24. Let's continue with the music.
जाने किसके ख्वाब तकिए के नीचे रात रख जाती है हालांकि नींद नहीं आती है जाने किसके ख्वाब तकिए के नीचे रात रख जाती है जागती आंखों में भी अब कोई सोता है जब कोई नहीं होता तब कोई होता है जागती आंखों में भी अब कोई सोता है जब कोई नहीं होता तब कोई होता है जाने किसकी बात होठों पे लाके रात रख जाती है सजदे में यूं ही झुकता हूँ तुम पे ही आके रुकता हूँ क्या ये सबको होता है
हमको क्या लेना है सबसे तुमसे ही सब बातें अब से बन गए हो तुम मेरी दुआ
सजदे में यूं ही झुकता हूँ तुम पे ही आके रुकता हूँ क्या ये सबको होता है
हमको क्या लेना है सबसे तुमसे ही सब बातें अब से बन गए हो तुम मेरी दुआ
खुदा जाने के मैं फिदा हूँ खुदा जाने मैं मिट गया खुदा जाने ये क्यों हुआ है कि बन गए हो तुम मेरे खुदा तुमसे दिल की बातें सीखी तुमसे ही ये राहें सीखी तुम पे मर के मैं तो जी गया खुदा जाने के मैं फिदा हूँ खुदा जाने मैं मिट गया खुदा जाने ये क्यों हुआ है कि बन गए हो तुम मेरे खुदा
going to go to a quick ads break, guys. Stay here with us. You're listening to us on Kaieteur Radio. This is Subah Pyar. This is your morning's love. This is your recipe for happiness.
GTT Fiber just got better. We added voice. With GTT Fiber plus voice, get up to 5,000 minutes monthly for just $1,000 more. And keep your existing landline number. Upgrade your current plan and enjoy high-speed internet and landline voice plan to reliably connect you with your friends and family. Plus, with your new Fiber Plus voice plan, you get call waiting, caller ID, and three-way calls in your new package at no additional cost. Add it up and it just makes sense. Visit gtt.gy/fibervoice22 for more information. GTT, together we rise faster.
Fiber to Guyana,
And just a reminder for that gorgeous for the best accessories to complement that gorgeous outfit, shop at Venus Footwear. We provide the most stylish, affordable, and comfortable shoes, handbags, and purses catering for every occasion, so you can look your absolute best. Located at 110 Regent Street, Laceytown, Georgetown. And if you own a business but the paperwork is becoming an issue, contact Kaieteur Books Inc. And guess what? Worry no more. From copy paper needs to customization to fit your special brand, we provide durable exercise, composition, and ledger books. Support local and shop at Kaieteur Books Inc. Located at 24 Saffron Street, Charlestown. Or feel free to call us before you come in. You can call us on 226-8177. Let's get straight back to the music, guys. This is Subah Pyar. It is such a great time to be here with you. 10 hours 33. We're gonna switch the music up a little bit for you. Before that, we were giving you a bit of a tribute to KK, the Bollywood singer who was passed on a day ago at the age of 53. KK was a legend in his own way. Such great music, beautiful voice. I'm telling you, just like Lataji, just like Mukesh, Mohammed Rafi, all the amazing singers, he too will be missed just the same. Let's continue with the music here, guys. We do hope that you're having a rocking Wednesday morning. It is the 1st of June, and we welcome a brand new month. I wish you nothing but love, light, blessings, success, productivity, all the great words I wish you for this month. Let June count. Let's make June worth it.
इतनी पिला दो कि वो याद ना आए कैसे भुलाएं उसे कैसे भुलाएं जिसने की वफाएं एक साथ दो जगहें बातें राज की अब सामने आ गई यारा कहाँ गई सादगी वो चेहरा बड़ा था प्यारा गोरे रंग से जो काला जादू चलाए ऐसी बेवफाओं से कोई तो बचाए याद ना आए मुझे याद ना आए इतनी पिला दो कि वो याद ना आए प्यार कहीं खो गया गुमशुदा हो गया जो कभी मेरा था वो और किसी का हो गया सब कुछ था तुझको दिया बस तेरे खातिर जिया आखिर में ये क्या किया कर गई तू सरफिरा लाख छुपाए तूने लाख छुपाए चोरी चोरी मेरे पीछे क्या गुल खिलाए याद ना आए मुझे याद ना आए इतनी पिला दो कि वो याद ना आए दो मुझे पीने दो
ओ वे तेरा जिक्र तेनू लब दी नजर और लवी ना बहाना मेरे नाल तू तेरे बिना ना गुजारा होना प्यार ना दोबारा छड़ तड़पना मेरे यार तू तेरी दीवाना हो जा मेरी बस तू पक्का कर ले इरादा मेरे यार तू
Well, you don't know. It's the boy Roach Kid alongside Richie Rich. Can we leave on the tune? And we about to take it over.
घना कसूता लागे से मन घना कसूता लागे से ना हाथ करे ना बात करे यू सीधा गोली दागे से मन घना कसूता लागे से मन घना कसूता लागे से जब सर सीने पे रखे से मेरी आहा आहा जागे से मन घना कसूता लागे से मन घना कसूता लागे से
Beautiful music.
Love it. You know, that's why I love Wednesdays.
Is today Wednesday?
Today's not Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, the 1st of June.
Just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about it. It's also the 1st of June. I hope June is going to be a good one for all the lovely people out there. I hope June is going to be a good one for all the lovely people out there.
I also wish everyone all the best for June. You know, it's the wedding season as well. So for those of you who plan to tie the knot, or maybe you just didn't have plans, you're going to do something at the post office, or you didn't even see it coming and it's just going to pounce upon you. We want to wish you all the best. But hey, remember, marriage is not something that you just get into because I like you and you like me, you know. And thus when the bacchanal is really start, because when I realize now that it's more than I love you. Who buying the children clothes? Who paying for the meals? Who going out with school? Who going out with house? We staying by the mother-in-law. We fighting every day. You know, that's when reality just hit you. All right, guys. So just you know, whatever you're doing, just think about it. All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right,
So-
guys.
Let's continue with the music.
Let's continue with the music, guys. All the best for June.
Tell me how you feel. Looking like a movie star, doing it for reals. Looking like a snack, looking like a whole meal. You should know what you're red bottom music.
Selector Alex, mad.
मेरी जिंदगी सवारी मुझको गले लगा के बैठा दिया फलक पे मुझे खाक से उठा के मेरी जिंदगी सवारी मुझको गले लगा के बैठा दिया फलक पे मुझे खाक से उठा के रात रिया
Your boy Terry G, bigging up Selector Alex, Selector Alex, Selector Alex, DJ Ashi.
दिल मेरा दिल
नजरों से दूर किथे चलिए तू किथे चलिए तू किथे चलिए जानदा
Go back by your mother. The song's just in my mind, on my mind. Oh boy, sorry. Well, you
Okay then.
You're gonna go back to your mother then.
What a lovely, lovely morning here with you guys. Earlier this morning, just to recap on today's show, we had an interview with Rubis where they talked about their fleet cards. So we'd advise you to check out Rubis and find out more if you need one of these cards for your company. We also shared with you a bit of our artist of the day, KK, today, as he would have passed on about a day ago. And we thought to give him one last tribute. We shared with you your Bollywood scoop. And of course, great content. Body Paul, another lovely day sharing the mic side here with you. We're stepping into a brand new month. We hope that June is beautiful in all ways possible to you. And even though things may not be on your side, we've got to work on always making our days better. All right?
All right. Well,
on behalf of the Subah PR team, we wish you and yours a great remainder of the day.
all right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.